승리의 맛은 달콤했나 가오. 하지만 여기서 끝이라 생각하면 큰 오산이. 이제 우리의 차례다. 기대해도 좋아. GSL 시즌 2 The Coming Storm. 모든 준비는 끝났다. 아프리카 TV 프리급 스튜디오 라이브 2020 GSL 시즌 2 코드 S The Coming Storm.
What is up, everybody? We're here on the final day of the round of 24. We're starting a little bit early here because we do have the group selection. I just tweeted the show is on. Everything is last second here.
Yes.
And today's going to be great. Then we're going to know what the round of 16 is going to look like. And so far, a pretty interesting season. Protoss having a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sums it up. All right, we will see you in the round
see you
of
guys
16.
there.
No, it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Spread the word because obviously this is at a slightly different time, so people are going to mess up.
This is one of the rare moments where we are actually not at 1 p.m. on Saturday or 6:30 on Wednesday. So
yeah, but we'll have that group selection later tonight after we get everyone in there, and that's always kind of a lot of fun.
There'll be a little bit of downtime right when we finish the show. They'll get the chairs and everything set up. It's in the same studio we're doing this in here. And then we're going to hop into it. So only 2 spots left. The 2 people who will escape Group F will be our last 2 players in the round of 16. Also, excitingly, Special and Scarlet, our 2 non-Korean players, have made it to the round of 16.
Yeah, they're playing just phenomenally. It's really exciting to see. We also have a lot of really cool storylines here, such as Dream and DRG getting out of Group D.
Right.
First time in Legacy of the Void that we had such low-seeded players make it, but those 2 are in fantastic shape, so very happy to see them moving forward. I think that this is gearing up, even though it's low on Protoss, it's going to be a great round of 16.
별 크게 감흥은 없어요. 고인물판이라서 그냥 게이머가 올라왔구나 이런 느낌이에요.
신예가 나온 지 좀 오래됐으니까 좀 신인들도 나오고 하면서 좀 새로운 느낌의 그런 선수들이 나온 것 같아가지고 오히려 좀 잘했으면 좋겠고.
잘 하더라고요. 그래서 뭐 실력이 있어서 올라온 거니까 뭐 당연하다고 생각하고, 근데 같은 4티어라 저랑은 안 만나더라고요. 그게 조금 아쉬운 것 같아요.
지훈이 형은 좀 고인물이긴 해서 그나마 좀 4티어 중에 센 편이죠. 그래서 좀 아쉬워요. 좀 만나고 싶었는데.
가는 분들이 가서 슬픈 게 아니라 나도 갈 날이 얼마 안 남았구나라는 생각이 들기 때문에 슬퍼요.
작년부터 이제 92년생 형들이 갈 거라는 걸 알고 있었기 때문에 그렇게 큰 생각은 안 했는데 막상 간다고 하니까 좀 아쉽더라고요. 왜냐면은 스타2의 어떻게 보면 마스코트 같은 분들인데 그게 좀 아쉬웠어요.
남일 같지 않아가지고 기분이 조금 쓸쓸한데 그래도 가야 되니까 다들 마무리 잘하고 기분 좋게 좀 갔으면 좋겠고.
그래도 내가 좀 편하게 할 수 있어.
신영이 형이요.
실력 있는 선수들이 이제 가더라도 남은 선수들도 실력이 있는 사람이 많기 때문에 다를 거 별로 없이 제가 그냥 잘 해야 된다고 생각해요.
저번 시즌 성적이 아쉬웠다고 생각이 들어서 더 끌어올려서 높은 곳까지 올라가고 싶습니다.
작년에 시즌2부터 계속 떨어져서 좀 걱정을 했었는데 그래도 뚫은 만큼 더 열심히 해가지고 좋은 모습 보여드리도록 하겠습니다.
제가 시즌1 때 떨어진 만큼 더 열심히 해서 더 높이 올라가는 모습 보여드리도록 하겠습니다.
확실하게 이제 방송 경기 적응 다 한 것 같고요. 그래서 자신감도 많아가지고 저만 열심히 하면은 충분히 이번 시즌도 높게 갈 수 있을 것 같아요.
라운드 24 트랩 페이션스 버니 라그나로크.
Okay, our lineup for tonight, Trap, Patience, Bunny, and RagnaroK. 2 players move on, 2 are out of the GSL Season 2.
Yeah. It feels to me like Trap is a big favorite in this group, but nothing is ever so easy, Tasteless. RagnaroK is really, really strong. Bunny has been showing some good games this season. Well, not this season, obviously, because it's the first time he's playing this season, but this year.
This year, yeah.
And then, of course, there's Patience, who missed Season 1, which was the kind of the big upset where Kawhian got in over him, eliminated him and made it here. But with Patience being back, he's dangerous. Like, you watch him play and you're like, this is the worst pro gamer. But he's actually really good. It's just, his play is a little bit indescribable.
Well, yeah, and he'll take games off almost anybody.
Yes.
It seems like he'll have moments where he's not macroing, but clearly, you know, this is one of the things about StarCraft where it's not so straightforward. There's clearly stuff that they're doing right that we're not following.
Absolutely.
You know?
He is the poster boy for that, actually. Like, he's one of my favorite people to watch just because I'll watch his play, and it doesn't check off any boxes about being good, and then he wins. And I'm like, what is it that's good about him? And every time he comes on, I say the same kind of spiel where I'm like, guys, I'm not even really sure why he's good.
You know, it's funny. He'll have these games where he comes in with a timing attack, and then it loses, and then his next attack wins really well.
Yeah.
Or, and I would normally say, well, obviously his macro is really good, but then I'll see he has a lot of money too, so I don't even.
Yeah.
It's
a very interesting player like that. He definitely. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was starting to cast him in Pro League, and I was like really hard for me to. Anything I said ahead of time didn't really help because you know, sometimes he'd beat somebody I thought was way better and
top
then lose
4 in
to somebody.
SSL how many times? Like off a weird play.
Yeah, it was crazy. Anyways, this is going to be a PvP, the craziest match we've got in StarCraft 2 right now. Map 1 will be Everdream. This is Trap versus Patience.
경기가 준비되었다. 한번 시작해 볼까? 진에어 그린윙스 트랩 조성호 힘의 피 페이션스 조지현
So, you know, it's PvP, and Trap is one of the best Protoss in the world for sure. But Patience can be good in this matchup. Look at this, Legacy of the Void, 6-5. That's close.
Yeah. Yeah, this could definitely go either way. This matchup suffers from an extreme amount of volatility at the start. You know, there's a couple
suffers from or is enhanced by Tasteless.
I think suffers from. I think it's inflicted by a severe degree of volatility. Incurable terminal volatility.
It's terminal volatility. That's a great way to put it.
There's a couple reasons why that is. I mean, part of it is that, you know, now we, you know, in this late, I guess we say the most modern iteration of StarCraft 2, you've got a lot of probes. We didn't always have this many workers to start a game off with, which really accelerated the game overall in a lot of the matchups because, you know, the early game got mapped out pretty quickly in StarCraft 2, and because of how clean the engine is and the UI is, it made for some slower moments before we added more workers into the game. Now, there's a lot more workers, but because you can build pylons anymore and warp stuff in very quickly, and Protoss have a series of different tech branches they can take, it means the game kind of can go in so many different ways at once.
Yeah.
You know, with proxies proving to be, I think, stronger in this RTS game than any other RTS game you've ever seen. Especially just the fact that you can make it anywhere. It's hard to scout. It's hard, especially this matchup, it's hard to know if they're proxying as well. It's a hard matchup to get a handle on early on.
It is. It is. It's hard to figure out what your opponent is doing and then counter that correctly.
By the way, Trap.
Yeah. Well, this is
Proxy, Robo, and Gateway.
This is one of the most powerful builds that there is. This is actually the build that truly throws the wrench into this matchup. This is what makes it very hard to expand. Now we can see Patience is going up into Twilight here and Robo. What is this Twilight for? Is he going to go Dark Shrine?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, okay, that makes... Because like with the Robo, it's like it's not like you're going to go Blink and Immortals at the same time. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
All right,
too much income overlap to do that. So right now, this is a really good job by Trap to make it look like he wants to get in and scout and maybe kill some probes with those adepts. But in reality, he's preparing a very, very strong attack that's meant to battering ram its way through the front of, in this case, Patience's base. Now, there are DTs coming here, and we're going to have to see if an observer is actually going to be made with this. We have the Warp Prism coming in here, but you know the Dark Shrine's about halfway. The Dark Shrine takes a long time to finish.
A really long time. And if Trap makes observers, this is going to become a lot harder for Patience. I think overall, I actually kind of like this type of build in PvP, or I used to back in the day. I haven't seen this build in a very long time though.
Ooh.
Look at this! No vision on the high ground.
Yeah,
really nicely done there for a moment.
There is an observer being made. Now, are there DTs being made out on the map to go into the main here? Or is this going to be defensive?
He has a bottom right pylon. I think he has to warp in for offensive use. Like, I could see him maybe warping one in after he gets an offensive one going.
Well, this is going to be just too much damage here. Where's that observer now?
Okay, well, he does have the observer. The DT is warping in at the bottom right. Oh, God. This is not going so well, Tasteless.
No, this is looking closer and closer to a KO. Like, there's just... I mean, yeah, like, there's no way I think that Patience can start GG. There's no way that Patience could start to distribute enough damage back at home without his Nexus and everything else being destroyed, so...
Yeah.
You know, that's PvP. It can end very quickly.
Well,
sometimes I think in this matchup, and I might be wrong, I'd be curious to see what other players think, but you're better off going with an insane aggressive build than trying to play anything well-rounded and trying to expand.
Generally, yes. I would definitely agree with that. The proxy Robo Mortal build is so strong against expansion.
Yeah.
Like, that's noted as the reason why we have the new overcharge, because it's so strong. But
not just that, but I think it's that there's so many things that are strong if you try to expand, right? There's so many things you can do to punish them. We've seen oracles that fly in and kill off all the workers. Eternal Empire for game number 2. This is a very important match for these two. I think either player could still win, but you know, this group, I think people are somewhat evenly matched all around. Okay. So you know, every series is important. It's not one of these top-heavy matchups. Anyways, our game is loaded up. Trap versus Patience, game number 2. Let's go.
경기가 준비되었다. 한번 시작해볼까? 지네어 그린윙스 트랩 조성호. 팀의 Patience 조지현.
yeah, you know, you said it's kind of a more balanced group. I think you're pretty much right on that. Like, well, Trap is a favorite, I would say, and they kind of fall into tiers. It's like, it seems like Trap is the best, RagnaroK is second, Bunny's third, Patience is fourth, but everyone has a shot here. Unlike some of these other groups where you look at the Maru group, for instance, and you're like, well, Maru is basically going to do Ocarina of Time Link backflips through this group, you know? Like, just like spam him out until he's out of the group. Like, he doesn't even get touched and advances.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well.
Did you ever play Castlevania Symphony of the Night?
I don't know if I played that one, no. I played several Castlevania. No, I didn't play that one.
It's the one that he has this, I think it's the R1 button or R2 button, but you could backdash. You hit it, he scoots back, but then you could actually just hit that and make him go through the game much faster, so you could technically have him just go through the game.
Oh, that's so
backdashing.
Backdash through the
like
whole game
watching
forward.
Mario backdash through the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think of this group as one where anybody can beat anybody. There would be some upsets there, but it's not. There's no like major heavyweight.
Yeah,
I mean, I put Trap at the top.
It would be Trap, but
put him at the top, but I think that he can be beaten by the other players in this group.
He's beatable by these players, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing. I think Bunny is probably the easiest for him. But you know, Bunny shows some good games here and there, so I guess we'll see about that. But you know, Patience is someone who can knock you out, like that build he just did. Yeah, it got wrecked, But that build will wreck sometimes too, you know?
Right.
Your opponent goes like blink, and you're doing that? Oh, get out of here. You're done. We're calling it.
So this is a hidden Stargate here. Once again, it is, at least build-wise, it's going to be Trap taking the initiative. He doesn't know 100% for sure what Patience is going to do, but, you know, with us seeing both players, it's pretty clear that it's going to be, once again, Patience having to defend before he can tech into whatever he wants to. And, you know, just like the last game, he appears to want to take a Nexus here. In fact, there he goes now. He's taking a Nexus.
It's funny watching Patience do these types of builds, right?
Yeah, I felt like Patience was one of the guys that did the crazier builds out there.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what this Oracle can get done for him.
So there's 2 sentries over here. He might actually let these Adepts finish while the Oracle is going to come in. Oh, I'm sorry. The Oracle's still a little ways off, but you get the idea.
Right, the Oracle going to be finishing up. No battery, no stalkers.
Yeah, this is all looking pretty grim if we're getting a good read on this.
You know, if Patience just loses this game instantly to this Oracle, I gotta ask what's going on, because literally these are the 2 most standard basic builds: is Proxy Robo and Proxy Stargate.
Now look
These
at
are
this.
your bread and butter in this matchup.
He's going to pocket the first Oracle, so that he's going to get 2 out here. Now, the attack comes in later, but the ability to kill probes is way faster.
Yeah.
2 Oracles, 1 shot of probe. And, I mean, at the rate this game moves, everything just gets obliterated.
Yeah, he's got 1 Stalker right now.
No, but it looks like
Warps in a second.
He's
So
got
the
sense
waiting
that-
actually didn't do well for him, but he'll probably still get a ton.
Okay. And these Oracles can just ignore the Stalkers for now. See when the sentries come in there, it's enough damage, you have to back off. 5 probes killed. I thought this could have gone better, but it does seem like Patience was a little bit more prepared than I thought.
Yeah, he got those 2 Stalkers, so that really, really, really helped out.
Well, with the 2 Adepts coming in here, he might be able to get even more worker kills. Similar to
nice
the,
blocking.
that was sick.
Yeah.
Similar to the 2 Oracles, your 2 Adepts can, you know, quickly kill probes.
Ooh, picks off one of them. All right, Patience's defense so far is good enough.
And he got his expansion up earlier, which puts him in a better position to develop into the game.
Yeah, the probe count is pretty similar right now. It's interesting to see the strategy choice as well coming out of Patience. He's going blink and +1.
Yeah.
It's not something you see every day. He's using some much older type looking builds. He's got 4 sentries, he's going blink and +1. It's like kind of 2 years ago or so, you know?
Yeah, it's one of these middle-of-the-road openings where you're upgrading, you're getting Stalkers, so you can try to continue to defend, and eventually when you have the opportunity to attack, it can be good if you can get the game to this point, right? But I'm on the same page as you are, Tosis. I'm a little bit surprised we saw him go for the expanding builds 2 times in a row. I think I like the way Trap's playing this a little bit better, but
yeah, I do too.
It's more important is who's going to actually win this match.
But at the same time, there's redeeming qualities about what we're seeing here from Patience, right?
Yeah.
He's got 4 sentries. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, he'll be able to chop up a fight pretty easily.
Yeah, lots of scouting he can get done. He'll always have a Guardian shield.
And unless you have Archons or Colossus or something to flatten the force field, that's annoying.
It's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
No.
That's how we're casting this.
Yeah.
And Patience is going to go for a 3rd base here. So we're going to get into what looks like actual mid-game and late-game probably PvP.
Yeah,
which is exciting.
A lot of gates being added, a prism as well, so I wonder if we're going to see some sort of weird, massive blink attack here.
Seems like it. You know, +1 attack is close to finishing. I guess maybe we'll have armor after that.
Is that a thing still?
If
I mean, I'm
Patience does
excited
it
to
now,
see
I
if
guess
it works.
It is. Yeah.
But, oh, look at this. He's actually going into Colossus tech?
Is it possible to be
Colossus,
disruptors?
but yeah, no, that's what I meant to say. Actually, with blink, disruptors go really, really well. It's a little bit tricky to get into disruptors, but I think with this opening, he can totally do it. Oh, okay, so maybe he's going to blink in and force field the ramp? Is that the plan, Tasteless?
It's possible. I don't know. I don't know what to expect here. But it looks like Patience has decided it's his time to come out here on the map. All the sentries are inside the warp prism, so Yeah, I mean, where exactly do you go? Nice snipe on the Observer.
He takes the old Observer spot. It's like when you knock the guard off to get his fingerprint or whatever. It's like,
you knock him out to use him for the retinal scan?
oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Well, if that wasn't the most patience move I've ever seen right there, Tasteless.
Yeah.
Just
This
blinking
is
forward towards Immortals with your Stalkers, and your opponent's spells actually save the day for you.
Oh, this is going to be...
I don't think this is going to be good.
Well, he should be able to blink away as quick as he can.
Oh
No.
my god.
No, I mean, that was, you know, that was a very patience move.
It was.
That was really... And now this, which is like, hey, welcome to 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, remember this move? Remember this where you catch all the probes, but they don't die that fast, so it's kind of hard to watch, but... Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this is like a, you know, like a Renaissance festival where they're all acting like of the time and everything's supposed to be. This is like a Renaissance festival of the first year of StarCraft.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's role playing as a sentry drop guy who
Yeah.
then loses the war
But
prison because
Trap
nobody's
is-
good at the game at this time.
But Trap is like a total asshat. That's he's
Yeah.
there with his backwards baseball cap trying to make his friends
Yeah,
laugh.
he's got his iPhone out. He's like, you
Yeah.
ever seen one of these?
Yeah.
And he's like, my lord, I don't know what these are. What is,
Exactly.
is it the magic brick in your hand? The guy,
That's exactly what we're
Yeah.
watching here. 100%, you're correct.
yeah.
Now, here's the funny thing, right? Let's analyze where they're at in this game. +2 is ahead for patience. He's got disruptors out. He's pretty well defended here. He's got 4 disruptors. Like if he does this well, I don't think he dies, right?
Well, now Patience has to do the most Patience thing, which is win this game. We're like, I don't know, man.
Well,
You're
this
probably
is-
wondering why we're paid to talk through this game. I don't know either. I have
Yeah.
no idea.
We don't know. Patience doesn't
Everything
know.
we say, everything we say doesn't seem to add up because it's Patience play.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, on paper, I mean, I don't know how you stop what Trap has. Trap has such a developed army.
But dude, when you get this type of ball together, I mean, Immortals are great until 3 disruptor shots hit them, right? The first one
Yeah.
sets off the shield and gets them deeply hurt,
Is
and then
this
the next
too many?
one can kill them if
this-
they don't hit the shield.
Isn't there like a limit to how many disruptors you want to get? I mean,
No. Well, yeah, but
you're like, no, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, I think there is, though.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, this is-
disruptors can be funny because occasionally you'll see a game where there's like 15 of them. But
Yeah.
realistically, to utilize them correctly,
I feel like you want
can you
4
use
or
more
something.
than 6?
Yeah,
and, like, get
yeah.
away with it correctly?
Like, it just seems, you know, you have to actually manually use them. So when I'm seeing this many disruptors, I'm not sure what
I'm loving it.
to think.
I am loving
What if
this.
Trap makes 1 disruptor and hits all those disruptors with 1 disruptor
That's a
shot?
great play.
That would be the greatest thing ever.
Well, look, it's 8 disruptors against 2 right now. I love how he has disruptors and Trap is like, okay, I'll fight that with disruptors also. The thing is, the Stalkers are the only thing that can truly dodge disruptor hits. This army looks really strong until disruptor balls come, right? What are Immortals going to do? Are they going to blink away? I don't think so, Tasteless.
Yeah, sorry about that. I
Yeah.
don't know why I said that.
You're out of line again, Tasteless.
I'm just doing my
Why
best.
are you paid?
I'm just doing my best here. Sorry for saying
Are we
that.
producing 3 disruptors at a time? Oh,
Disruptor Wars.
this is wonderful. By the way, this is the best PvP of the year so
Yep.
far. This one.
Look at this. How many Nexi are in this game?
I love that he's expanded to the bottom right. Another great patience move.
This is from the Protoss Renaissance era. Back when they made expansions and used forges to upgrade, and
It was a better time.
yeah. This was all before. You know, now we're in the era where Rome has fallen. We'll never have a civilization like that
Yeah.
again. Oh, God!
Look at that! See?
Disruptor Wars.
Don't you guys miss
yes!
this? Don't you miss this?
This is PvP.
Yeah, look at this. The speed prism with DTs. I remember all this, Tasteless. 4 years ago, this is how it was played.
Yeah.
2016, it was a wonderful year.
This was before the bombs went off and we were fighting over water and oil.
Yeah. Oh, this is wonderful.
Okay.
Look at this, tasteless.
Oh my God. This
Huge
is so
damage.
sick.
Huge damage.
And losing the Warp Prism.
This is actually, it feels like Patience just thawed out of a glacier.
This is from a different time, before COVID, when casters and pro gamers flew on metal birds. They went around the world. They played in person.
But it's an internet game. Why would you even do that? All right, well, he brings in his own DTs, which is another thing from 4 years ago, where you clean up the DTs with your own DTs and observers. I'm having a great time watching this insane throwback to the game. It's 82 probes for Trap, by the way. 82.
Oh my God.
Is this a PBT? Look how the probes he has just sitting right there.
Yeah. That really kind of negates how exciting how many probes he has is.
Yeah.
There's a big group of them just waiting there.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Now that we're up to this mass of disruptors, is it time for carriers? If we're going to bring this all the way to 2016,
If it was
we need
yes.
carriers to be the next step.
yes, no, maybe, or none of the above, I go with none of the above.
It should be none of the above,
right? So, look at this. You let 2 players each get a base up, and then suddenly they can just populate the map.
Yeah.
What a cool thing. Here we go. Disruptor Wars. Oh, no?
That was a weird blank.
Is he going to keep going? Where are the disruptors right now of Patience? Up. Oh, there they are.
Oh, go watch the disruptors. I don't care about that DT at all.
I know. He's like, there's an observer in the base. Shine, go back. Thank you.
Something died. Probably a disruptor. Okay, so it's 12 against 4. So as far as I understand, the disruptor count is what matters. Oh, he got 5 disruptors.
Wow. That's a lot. 12 disruptors roaming the map right now for Patience. Are they all together? How many is that?
He should have some split off. You should have like maybe 1 or 2 at each Fringe Expo if you have 12. Like walking out with 12 in a ball or 9 in a ball, you're not going to be able to tell the difference.
So one thing about when you have a lot of disruptors, is you can create a no man's land.
Yeah.
You can chuck these forward and also chuck them to the right. But if you can flank your disruptors, oh my God!
Patience gets a good counter hit here. Yes! Oh my God! Disruptors absolutely everywhere.
This is crazy. I think actually Patience can still win this fight pretty easily, right?
Well, until more
point.
disruptors come in from the other side. That was wild, though. Who even won there? I guess Patience did. Trap Supply just went down into the gutter.
Yeah. But we don't see anything defending the space. Here come the Stalkers now, but how you engage is critical here.
You blink on top of their army, of course. All right, Disruptor's coming as well.
Whoa. Kills that DT with the Disruptor shot.
This is cool, man.
What a game.
Okay, Trap has like no units. He must be making carriers right now, right?
I have no idea. Maybe. DT's with Blink. DT's with Blink.
Disrupt them.
Wait for it.
Oh.
Okay.
They're going to have Blink again.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a lot of damage.
I think Patience is going to take this.
Yeah, I think so too.
It seems like we now get to see exactly why he was very intent on expanding and just getting into a game like this. He really knows what to do.
Well, he's playing it well right there. Like, he's got a gigantic army and everything. Trap just doesn't have anything.
Well, Trap doesn't seem to have a very good handle on this phase of the game. You know, I think
well, this is not something you ever practice right now. No one
Right.
plays like this. Seriously, like, this is very much how the games looked way back 2015, 2016. But since then, we haven't really seen it.
Well, with this push actually cutting through the position that Trap had worked hard to get this game, the 2 bases to the right are going to be isolated until Trap can try to reclaim this. So expansions are going down. There's plenty more to hit. Good Disruptor dodges here. Oh my God.
Ooh,
Oh,
he hits
Trap.
everything. Yeah, Trap with gigantic hits there. Can he actually win the game from here?
I don't know because, you know, this is a little bit trickier because supplies don't mean as much as you know, how the attacks go.
Disruptor hits mean a lot more. He's got so many charge lots on top of there. Okay, the blink away.
This is where he's going to get a lot of kills because the blinks are already used up.
Yeah, some Zealots coming out, but no charge for Patience. Is this correct? More and more disruptors coming from Trap. It was looking good for Patience there momentarily, but he's lost a lot as well.
I think there's more DTs in the bottom left again. Something's going on over there where buildings are taking damage. Yeah, there's one over there. Okay, this was, I think, a pretty impressive.
Look at this.
No,
what is he doing? The disruptors with DTs and kills them.
That was sick. Oh man, and now it's Archon's GG.
Wow, what a game! I don't. That was
like
bizarre.
A good kung fu movie where they don't make good kung fu movies anymore.
Yeah, that was like a good PvP where they don't make good PvPs.
They don't make PvPs like that.
Yeah.
After Jackie Chan left PvP, just nobody had the artistic energy to do that.
Don't talk about Jet Li to me. That's how I can tell that you're 10 years younger than me if you're talking about Jet Li.
It's all about Jackie Chan.
It truly is.
Well, I don't know what to expect in Game 3. I hope we have a long one, but you know, it's hard. It's hard to get into a long game. Trap so far is doing openings that show that he wants to come in here and give Patience a black eye in the first couple minutes of the game. Patience has been trying to navigate this to a macro game, and we see why now as he won Game 2.
That was so
Game
cool.
3's ready. Let's go.
경기가 준비되었다. 한번 시작해 볼까? 진에어 그린윙스 트랩 조성호. 팀의 피 페이션스 조지현.
Who do you think takes this?
You know, it's so hard to say because of that volatility that can be involved.
Yeah.
I feel like a well-planned series here would have Patience doing a crazy all-in. Because he tried for 2 macro games. Like, if he does a proxy robo right now, I think it's a great time for something like that, you know?
It would make sense, you know, if you have... It's about having a good amount of rotation and randomness in your play. Well, let's see where they proxy. Got probes moving out. It does appear the Trap is going to proxy. Or at least he's scouting for it. Maybe he's not, actually.
Normally you'll see at least a pylon out there, you know, to throw your opponent off. You don't want to have the right number of pylons in your base. That's the wrong number of pylons, in fact.
Right. I mean, just to clarify what Artosis is saying here, guys, I mean, they can count your pylons when they scout you right away, and if they see one missing, then they'll think, oh my god, he's going to proxy me.
Yeah.
And then you don't even have to make anything at the pylon. The mind games are crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
Oh, welcome to a Manor pylon?
Manor pylon. You do not see that very often in StarCraft 2.
Normally a StarCraft 1 thing.
Yeah, it's really hard to actually get done on this game. But
it actually screws the math up a lot.
Yeah, it does.
On the...
You might be wondering if this is worth it. You want to talk to us a little bit about this, actually, since I know you do it all the time in StarCraft 1?
It's really good. It's great. It's first of all, they have to kill it if you let it finish. It takes a little while to kill. Yeah. They're not mining as well through the whole time. I don't know the math as well on this. Hold on, he also scouts the robo here.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
I don't know how this maths out for how much it helps you, but I believe it does put you ahead.
Yeah, I would be surprised if that didn't give him a little edge.
People don't do it as much here, but in StarCraft 1, the workers are a little bit dumber with how they move, so you can get them going all over the place. We have Stalkers coming up here and actually hitting the the pylon here. Everything is trying to defend. Patience actually is going to be in a really good spot here.
I think so, right?
Yeah,
like, he must chrono out an Immortal from here.
Well,
but with another Stalker coming up, maybe he holds on. No, 2 more Stalkers.
4 Stalkers are Tosis.
Oh, is Trap going to go to the loser match? This could be huge.
Yeah, it's like we said. I think it seems like it's a group where anybody can kind of beat anybody. This is the right move here, too, I think. Dive on the pylon.
But how many units are you going to give to dive on this pylon?
None. 2.
Well, he lost 2 Stalkers. 1 is deep red, but he did prevent that.
Robo being made back at home.
What does Trap do? Does he send out a probe? Does he make a Robo at home to make a Warp Prism to go over and power the second Robo? What do you do here, Tasteless?
I don't know. Well, I'll tell you, everything is going very well for Patience right now.
Yeah.
This is just so good.
My gosh.
Good scouting by Patience. Good decision making too. There was an art to targeting down each of those pylons and making that work perfectly.
Dude.
Even having his one probe just right-clicked on the pylon, and then knowing that he had to have the other stalkers attack the fresh pylons, because you need to make sure all those pylons are gone before the Immortal was out. And the Immortal was at about 90% completion.
Even the probe, like you said, is a big deal. You know, if you are dealing damage to it, it's not going to regen shields at all. It needs a certain amount of time not taking damage.
Yeah.
Also, let's not forget that offensive pylon had 2 Adepts stay in the base for extra long.
That's true.
That bought him a lot of time. He knew where the units were. A lot of things went right there for Patience. You got to feel good as Patience here, I think. Really.
But Patience always gets in these weird situations, you know, like where all of his stalkers got stuck in that last game and it looked like it was probably going to be over, and then he lost a huge amount of stalkers, and then he still won the game.
I know. It is so weird.
Oh, no!
Oh, nice micro, actually. Saves his stalkers and his prism, gets a stalker there.
It's key that that Warp Prism stays alive.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see some Immortal drops coming up here from Patience.
I think that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, he has 2 Immortals now. So.
Patience has enough momentum here, too.
Yeah.
Getting the lead with the Robotech out here. It just gives him overall more tempo, more options.
And in situations like this, if there's no Blink and no Stargate, Immortal drops are the most powerful thing that there is.
Yeah.
It's just, it beats everything, basically. You just have no way to actually eliminate the Prism.
It's the way that the Warp Prism can drop and pick up and how fast it can be used.
Yeah.
And there's the added option that if you really get them into a good position, you can warp in a wave of units as well.
Yeah.
And so
you can always recall it if you need as well. Let's not forget.
Yeah. No, there's so much you can do with it. Now, Trap has his own Warp Prism coming out here. It came out a little bit later.
Oh my God, he's crazy.
Yeah, this is I don't even know what to say.
He's going to have to just recall. Pick off a few stalkers and recall. Well, that's too bad because he got there first and then he just dived into 3 stalkers. But that's, again, a very Patience move. You know what I think it is? It's part of the reason why Patience is good is because he makes bad moves like that. He's always looking for that damage. He's always looking for something he can do that doesn't quite make sense.
I will say that on paper, I mean, going over 3 stalkers with the Warp Prism, no matter what you're doing, is probably not going to be a good idea. I mean, as good as Immortals are, they don't deal damage that fast compared to stalkers.
I agree with you that in and of itself is just a bad move, but the fact that he's always looking for that type of move, he's always ready to make the offensive blink, he's always ready to dive in and fly over stuff he shouldn't fly over. It's like why he's good and why he's bad all in one. Your strengths are your weaknesses, Tasteless.
He is trying to push in here to the front as well. So far, Trap has tried, I think, to come in here and do some damage of his own. He's been much more conservative. We have Warp Prism speed finishing up here, by the way, for Patience.
I love that we have some Phoenix tech out here now as well. And having the Phoenix tech kind of makes it so that you can't really go Disruptor. It's just such a strong counter to it.
Yeah.
Of course, while Trap is making Phoenixes, Patience decides to start Disruptors.
Yeah, there's Forge is coming down now. We see both players investing into a longer game. And I think we're actually going to have a pretty long Game 3 here. Doesn't look like anybody can really end the other player right away.
Yeah.
We've seen Patience overextend, but that's one of the big features of Patience. I think you're basically right with what you said, which is, it's why he's good is he'll look for the damage. He'll go to places that a lot of other players won't go to. But it's also, I think, why he is not as revered as a lot of other Protoss players.
For sure.
Is that he is, he's a bit rabid with his attacks.
Yeah.
And
he does it's known as the patience blink, right? It's like when you blink your stalker somewhere you absolutely never should have done it.
Yeah.
But there's something about his mindset and his mentality that ends up making him a strong pro gamer too.
Yeah.
Not a champion, but a strong one that can knock out players.
GSL player for sure. We have a push coming now across the map. Did that robo in the middle of the map ever get powered up again? No, I guess it's just been a dud building the whole time. Oh, this is funny. It's going to catch the Warp Prism. Can you recall that back? Yes,
Yeah.
he can.
Checking out, sees that the third base is up now. Trap does have the advantage here. That's for sure. Now there's Disruptor Tech, so if you can actually hit that, that can end up being very good for you, but it's almost like there shouldn't even be this here because the lifts of Phoenixes can just disable that immediately.
Right.
This was the original counter Disruptor play, was charge Archon Immortal plus lifts from Phoenixes. Right, makes a fake Colossus here. Honestly, a real Colossus army wouldn't be too bad either, the amount of sentries out.
Yeah. So Trap is looking for a fight. The question is, can he get the footing to actually take a good fight? While this is happening, you can't expand again here as Patience.
Dude, he has fake Disruptors here.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Can you get him to lift those up?
Yeah, I think he could. If he puts him out in the front, he's like, look at these!
But the thing is, you're not supposed to lift till they shoot, but in the heat of battle, sometimes you just lift.
Look, one thing about Protoss is that you have a lot of abilities you have to cast in a very short period of time. So you kind of try to take what you can get.
Yeah.
You'll see the back and forth with, the zoning, but eventually you're trying to just, get whatever free damage you can take, and especially in a mirror matchup like this where so he was trying to...
Sickest bait.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, no, you're right about that.
Now, Trap's on the fourth base. The aggressive contain there that Trap had set up kept Patience behind. And I think Trap intelligently so backed off and says, all right, I've got my fourth up. Let's get even more money here. Let's get further ahead. And I would imagine the mindset now is to wait for Patience to take a fourth of his own and try to come in and smash it. And that's one of the most straightforward ways to win a game like this is in a mirror matchup, you got a little bit further ahead. You played the control game. They respected you.
Yeah.
And now you take the lead. And now it's up to the other player to, okay, figure out how to win. Are you going to attack into me? I should have more. Are you going to expand and try to catch up? I'll have more than two. I'll attack you. The game's mine, basically.
Well, there's kind of a little bit of a to and fro going on with the units right now, right? There's a good amount of Phoenixes from Trap. He continues to make them against the Disruptors, and that's a good thing. That's an important thing, I think. But at the same time, if you are making a lot of Phoenixes to counter Disruptors, then your opponent can focus a little bit more heavily on ground units like Archons. Then suddenly the Phoenixes don't really do anything in there. So you have to be careful. They're kind of like Vikings against Protoss, right? They kind of serve this similar function where you have to be careful about over-making them or under-making them.
Okay,
the
Phoenixes. Are we going to have those Disruptor shots come out here? Right now we have, great pickups there. The Disruptors, I think all but one or two are airborne right now. The Immortals are coming in. There's a lot of shield batteries here, but it doesn't appear that's enough. Now we have the Immortals of Patience here in the front.
Oh my God, he's relifting a lot of these Disruptors as they come down.
Oh, that's it.
And that shows you the weakness of this strategy. GG.
Yeah.
Trap ends up taking that one down, but that was close for a little bit.
Trap executionally just set that up perfectly.
Yeah.
He even forced the Stalkers of Patience to blink back. Then the Immortals were in the front, and that's when all the Immortals die immediately. And Trap came out miles ahead, kilometers ahead for the rest of the world.
Dude,
Sorry.
Yeah. That was very well done.
He came out stones ahead.
Stones?
Yes.
Many large stones. Yeah, that was a pretty one-sided battle there at the end. That's the thing. Going Disruptors against Phoenixes is not really the way.
Up next, Bunny versus RagnaroK. We'll be going to that after the short break.